Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. We're still, of course, in 1.16.1 if you're interested. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around. We've done a couple things since we last spoke. I went on a little bit of an adventure off camera, mainly just to get some other resources for us here. So you can see that we have some of these spruce trees now, which actually add quite a bit to the immediate area. It was looking a little empty in this area, and partly because we haven't built it up quite yet. But the other part is we clear cut everything in this little tiny area where our village is. So you can see we have some spruce trees, we have some other saplings planted around. Some of these probably won't grow just because of space issues. We also got some of these red berry bushes, which are incredibly annoying when you walk through them, but they do add a little splash of color, which I think is really good. You can also see that we found a jungle biome. uh, this is temporary. This won't be here forever. I just wanted to get some bamboo, but I ended up getting a lot of bamboo. We'll have to set up a farm for this down the road because I can't live here. It looks ridiculous. Similarly, we'll have to set up a farm eventually for this sugarcane as well, which shouldn't be too hard to do, actually. Those are two pretty easy automated farms to set up. Our lighthouse still going strong. Ooh, I almost fell into the hole. Uh, we'll probably take a break from building up this guy this episode, but we have other matters to attend to. If you look down here, our shovel and our axe are starting to, they're starting to get down there in durability. And we have that village way over there in the desert, where we do have a pumpkin trade. So I was thinking this episode might be a really good time for us to kind of strip this part out, maybe replace it with something else, because I don't really like this here anymore. After walking by it so often, it's just kind of a little bit of an eyesore. So what I want to do is I want to come over here, up through these little wheat fields, through the bees. Hello, bees. Look at them go. Oop, boop. And what I want to do is I want to set up a little farmhouse right here, with a little like pumpkin patch attached to it. And then down below, what I'm thinking is we'll kind of create like a cellar, and down below the actual house is where we'll have the actual automation. So we'll have all of the, you know, um, as you're walking by, it'll just kind of look like a pumpkin farm, basically. But then if you go down to the cellar is where all the actual magic will happen. So I think what I want to start with is actually this guy right here. Let me cut over to the little time lapse build, and we'll be back with you momentarily. Welcome back. So I think that time lapse went pretty well. Let's go have a quick peek at it, shall we? So if we come up this path, this side I'm pretty happy about for this little kind of farmhouse we have going on. We added on this little shed, kind of this little cellar covering over on the side here. The front is still a little bit bare. I want to find a way to kind of detail this out, make it a little bit more interesting. But off on the side here, we have our pumpkin patch. And then I've also started kind of throwing in these, spider? Oh, okay. we've started throwing in these kind of beetroot seeds just to give it a little bit more color, a little bit more variation. And I think that little pop actually does help quite a bit. But let's have a look and kind of get into the main focus of today, which is this automated pumpkin farm that we need. So here's the cellar. Entrance is covered by these two trapdoors, and then when you come down here, I've done a little bit of work already, so I'll run through that really fast. Essentially, on this rail will be a mine cart with a hopper, and this is going to be our collection system. So it'll run through the farm. You can see it'll kind of zigzag through it. When it hits this, it'll bounce off, it'll zigzag back through it, and then it'll run over these two hoppers, which are connected to this chest down here. So as you can see, if you throw something on there, boop, it goes into the chest, and then when it hits here, it'll just go right back to where it was going. So let's get started then, shall we? So if this is our collection system, then what we need on top of it is going to be, well, our farm. Pretty straightforward. So we're going to have a layer of dirt here. And I'm now hoping I brought enough dirt. It looks like we're going to be exactly 2 dirt short. Do we have any more dirt in our inventory? Nope. Okay, we should have some in our chest right here, so that's fine. We should have some. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll just cover this up just like so. And what I want to do here as well is I want to take, I suppose we'll use these stone stairs just because we have them. But what we want to do, well, not quite like that is the thing. What we want to do, maybe we have to do it like, no, that doesn't work either. Like, huh? No, that doesn't work either. Okay. Okay, now we have to learn something. So let's see here. What if we just do, but we actually want it 1 down. So what if we do it like this? It's going to look a little bit weird at first, but just hang in there. Essentially, this is going to be our water channels. So this will make sure, this will make sure that our crops stay hydrated, essentially. So let's put a row right there. And then we'll have to do the exact same. Whoops. If I can place any tiles is that the same? It looks to be the same. Okay, that's fine then. So we'll just put 2 rows just for symmetry's sake, essentially. And that shouldn't interfere with the minecarts, I don't think. Let's break this guy off. And why don't we just, here, we'll just do this. Just to make it very, very nice and pretty. We might end up having to block this off as well, actually. What we might do, it might look a little bit weird, but I think that's okay, is we'll just block the channels like this instead. So we don't have to worry about curving these stairs around and potentially blocking ourselves. But, so that will be all of the water that we need in order to hydrate this farmland right here. So what's next, you might be asking? Well, what's next is we have to go back upstairs and we got to grab a couple more things. So we're going to have to grab these observers and we're going to have to grab these pistons. And while we're here, actually, all that can just live up there for now. Let's go ahead and fill up some of these water buckets while we're on top. We'll grab that and that and that. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have our water, now that we have our observers, now that we have our pistons, yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. So let's jump back up here, and what we're going to have essentially is 1 pumpkin seed here, 1 would be then right here, and then 1 would then be right here. So we'll have essentially 3 pumpkin plants going. We could probably expand this out if we need to. But this should be fine for now, I think. So then what we'll do is why don't we grab... So we now need a way to point these observers downward. Where are my observers? There they are. So this observer needs to be pointed down. Yes, perfect. Okay. That works fine. And we'll do the same thing. So we'll go one here, and then one here. And we will do that. And then, so this will be 1, 2, and so we'll place the last one right here. So we'll build another small tower. And maybe we need to back up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we have our 3 observers in place. Very good. Now what we need, though, is a way to point some pistons downward as well. So let's grab our pistons out of our inventory. And will this just work? Will you be nice to me? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's grab these back up really fast. Do we need to create a little bit more space? If we do, that's fine. Not a big deal. I made sure to give us plenty of space when I mined all this out, so we shouldn't have any terrible issues. That's... Oh, do we have to do it from below, maybe? Ooh. We might have to, actually. Okay, so... Terrible disaster. Oh, yeah, terrible disaster indeed. Okay, let's dig this out really fast. Okay, so we'll place one right there. And we'll just replace all this dirt. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So 4 pistons like that. And do I have my shovel? Okay, that'll make it a lot easier, actually. Yeah. There we go. So let's just actually clear all this out for now, just to make it nice and easy for ourselves. So next one, kind of a similar thing here, is we'll just go to all 4 sides and throw some pistons. And we'll do the exact same thing right here. Very nice, very easy. All right, let's replace our dirt. And then, what do we got? We got one more? We'll do one more, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. So now what we need to do is we of course need to throw... Oh, getting a little bit cramped in here, but that's okay. So we'll just place a redstone dust right there. Let's move this guy over. Oop. A redstone dust right there. And a redstone dust right there. Very good. Now we'll have to fill in all the water. A little bit of a process, but it'll be worth it, I think. Great, yes, okay. That works exactly how I guess this doesn't count as an infinite water block. Okay, we're gonna have to make some trips. Let me cut away. Ooh, we gotta sleep too soon. I'll cut away and I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, so we have all of the water channels filled in, as you can see. So now all that's left to do is 2 last things, really. Well, maybe 2. It depends if we can do this in this crafting window. We can, okay. So yeah, two last things to do. So first and foremost, we need to cover this up a little bit. So just adding one more layer along the sides here. And the reason we do this is, if you've ever worked with hoppers before, you'll probably know. But they tend... Is that all the stone I have? Oh, Lord. Well, you know what? We'll just use cobblestone just for now. That's fine. Where did that just go? Well, Minecraft? Hello? Okay, so we'll just do one more layer here. And again, the reason for this is just to help prevent these these pumpkins that get harvested from kind of exploding out of the collection area here. But now we are ready to finally plant our pumpkin seeds. And as you can see, when that tile updates, these hoppers will fire. And do I have bone meal? I do not. Okay, let's see if we can get some bone meal out here real fast. Open that guy up. Look around for creepers. We got a couple bones there. Looks like that's it. Okay, let's quickly come back down here. And we'll jump up here. Perfect. So that'll give us 6 bone meal. That might be enough. We'll see. Can we target this? I didn't really want that torch in there, but that's okay. Okay, so you can see that that is fully grown and there's a pumpkin down there, right? This somehow is growing faster, so we'll just... Yeah, again, we don't want that torch there, so we'll just try our best to get rid of it. Okay, so there is a pumpkin and there's some other items down there as well that will be collected here. But let's give it a test run, shall we? Let's throw our minecart down and that'll start to go through... Oops. That'll start to go through the farm. And as it goes through, it'll pick up anything that are resting on these tiles. So as these continue to grow, it'll just keep collecting them. It'll drop them off at this hopper. And as you can see here, it'll begin collecting our pumpkins and any other miscellaneous items that we choose to throw down here, which, you know, hopefully we avoid in the future. But that's essentially it for the automated pumpkin farm, at least the one that I'm using. It's probably not the most efficient farm out there by any means, but it is very, very, very easy to create. And I'm hoping that it'll give us enough pumpkins to kind of keep our emerald income high so that we can get those mending books without too much trouble. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of AFK and really see how productive this farm will be for us. So I'll be back with you here momentarily. Okay, so I've been basically AFKing and or working around this area for about, let's say about an hour. So let's have a look. We got 50 pumpkins. Not quite as not quite as much as I would have hoped for. Maybe we need to either further expand that or maybe have a look to see how it's configured and go from there. But while I was kind of waiting on that, I did set up this little sheep pen and I went and collected a couple sheep. And I've just been hanging out and feeding them wheat to get a couple more just while we were kind of waiting around. But I have this inventory now full of tradable materials. The sun is starting to set, which is a little bit scary, but let's head over to the village and see if we have enough resources. I'm thinking we do, in order to get a couple books of mending. Hopefully, we really, really need one for our axe. This thing has been getting put through the paces recently. We can upgrade it a little bit more. We don't have top tier enchants on it yet, but I don't want to break it either. Ooh, the sun's getting mighty low. Hello, chickens. I'm gonna have to come collect you one day very soon. Ooh, this is cutting it a little bit close. I just don't want any monsters to spawn around our village if I can help it. This is getting getting a little bit close. I think we'll make it. We'll make it there, and then we'll be able to hunker down in a bed and reset to daylight, and then we should be good to go, I think. In fact, can we... There's a trader up there. Why are you up there, though? It's an interesting place to be, friend. Did I bring meat? I did. Okay, good. Sneak up on this guy while eating a bunch of steak. Hello, wait. Don't leave. All right, you're out of that. We do have some beetroots we can trade and some wheat as well. And that's about all we can do with you. Let's make sure we're close to a bed. I think it's about time that we seek a bed out and try to get to sleep here. Ooh, we can steal all this too. Boop. Not quite bedtime yet. I understand. Potatoes, yep. Got lots of these we can give. All right, we're looking actually pretty good. We'll definitely be able to get at least one book of mending, I believe. I think they were, I want to say 16 emeralds. Let's go find out, shall we? Oh, you leveled up. That's a, I mean, that's a trade, I guess. Can we, oh, we can. Very good. We're also getting a good amount of experience. We have 34 emeralds, actually. Hello, sir. Mending and Depth Strider. It takes 34 emeralds exactly to get a book of mending. Holy goodness. It's absolutely worth it, though. Oh, we should have brought paper. We need to set up a paper farm, too. Maybe we'll do that in the next episode or two. Do I have anything else in my inventory? Not really, but you know what we can do while we're here is steal some more of this wheat from them and turn around and trade it right back to them. We'll just pillage all the resources we can here. And actually that should give us, yeah, it's going to give us quite a bit of wheat. Hello. You have 20. You have, oh. Ooh, melons. Interesting. We'll have to keep that in mind. 3 emeralds for cookies. You also have melons, which, meh, basically, is how I feel about it. Okay, I think we've gotten just about all we can out of here. We'll have to remember to bring paper the next time we come and visit for another book. This one I think is definitely going to be going on our axe, though. Just because it's really close to being out of durability, and we are using it quite a bit, and we'll be using it consistently too, because as we kind of venture more out toward the savannah area, I'll want to start to transition into some of this acacia wood at some point. And we don't have very much, so we're going to have to farm up a bunch too. So, and we're going to get more books, so it doesn't really matter what we put it on first. We'll just put it on the thing with the lowest durability, which, you know, is obviously our axe, so we'll be good there. Yeah, this area is starting to come together, actually. I'm actually liking it more and more every time I kind of venture out and come back. This is definitely kind of a hard end point to where we've been building, but as we keep expanding out, we'll keep kind of detailing the area up, and it'll start to look really nice. Like, we'll definitely have to bone meal this area so that it's not just green, like it has some variation, some texture. We'll also have to plant some more trees. I really like how you can hear our farm from the road, actually. I was kind of hoping you wouldn't be able to hear it, but you know, here we are. We got a pumpkin. Of course, that only runs when we're nearby. Like if we unload it, it's not going to keep running. But yeah, we have a bunch of sheep, so we'll be able to start using wool for any future builds that we might want to do. And then you can see I've harvested a little bit of the wheat just for our adventure over to the village. But this area, I want to build more in here. I think I want to put something right here maybe. And then we also need to do a little bit of terraforming. I want to remove a lot of this sand. And we're going to have to move these cows too. They don't belong there anymore. We're past the point that we need to, you know, be real big tryhards about farming them. This was super easy and super lucrative for us though. Getting all that leather and meat early on really made enchanting and everything else just really easy to come by. So let's have, oh, we also need to remove that. So let's have a look here. In fact, let me scoot down over here real fast. Let's pick up Let's just bring all of our diamonds. It's fine. And then we need sticks. We have no wood in that chest. It's probably all up here. Yes. Okay. What did I just hear over here? Oh, it's a squid. Okay. I thought it was a drowned. I wanted to see if maybe it had a trident. So what do we want to build here? Let's have a look at our tools really fast as we kind of come to the end of the episode here. Our main pickaxe is looking very good. We have Fortune 3, Efficiency 5 on Breaking 3. We do need a Silk Touch pick at some point, so let's craft one of those. Our sword is honestly fine for now. It's not very good, but it's fine. Our shovel, we'll tell you what, let's just do kind of one of each here. So we'll get one of those, and we'll get one of these. And why not? We'll make a sword too, just cuz. So this way we can see all of our options. And if we need to, we can, oh, these enchants aren't very good. I remember those. Those are decoration enchants. Oh, we need lapis. Good lord. Okay, but we should have a bunch of lapis right in here, so we're fine there. Right? Right. Let's grab that. And let's see what we have open to us here. Let's throw our lapis in. Let's start with an axe. Efficiency 3. It's not super great. Shovel. Efficiency 3. Again, not super great. A pick. Efficiency. Ugh. Fire aspect. Wow, none of these are actually really what I want. So, how about a book? Piercing. I mean, sure. Why not? Let's see what we have. Efficiency 4. Okay. Now we're talking. Efficiency 4. Efficiency 4. I really don't want knockback on a sword. I find it incredibly annoying. So efficiency 4 would give us a fully leveled efficiency axe, which would be really nice. Same thing with our shovel. Of course, we can't do that. Let's do this one. It's literally just an efficiency 4. Ugh. That's a little bit rough. But let's throw these in here. Enchantment cost is 20. Good lord. You know what? Let's do it. It's fine. And since this is fully repaired, I think what I would rather do actually is throw mending on our shovel. Can you put it on a bow? No, you can't. Okay. Let's go ahead and just throw it on our shovel. That's perfectly fine. And then off camera, I'll go and farm down there at the spider spawner, and we'll get our shovel all repaired. Our axe is looking really good. This should really start cutting through trees for us. It's kind of nice getting all this kind of strong gear. It's gonna make it really worthwhile when we go into the nether and start trying to upgrade it to what is it, the netherite weapons and tools and all of that. Should be very nice. But I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button. It does help me out so very much. And if you want to see more in the future, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until then, we'll see you next episode.